One.
Okay, welcome tonight to Louisiana Master Naturalists of Greater Baton Rouge Nature Notes. Tonight we have the Baton Rouge City Nature Challenge. This is a big week. A lot of us have been working on this for a couple of months. A couple of people in particular have been working probably every day on this. So we appreciate this. Tonight our speaker is Amber King. She's the chairman of this City Nature Challenge. And I had her send me a couple of things. You know, we need to do a little bit more about learning who all of us are. But so I had Amber send me some stuff. Amber is a Navy brat who grew up mostly on the West Coast and has slowly worked her way south. While living in Austin, she married a Baton Rouge boy. And then, of course, you know how that story goes. She found herself in Baton Rouge. That's exactly what happened to me, FYI. She has a daughter. She has a daughter, Ella, who is 17, and a stepson, Dustin, who is 24. Amber earned her undergrad in environmental health and safety at Oregon State University and a master's in library and information science at the University of Texas. She currently works part-time for the Louisiana Board of Regents. She is a graduate of the LMNGBR Fall 2016 class and enjoys learning about natural history and biodiversity by making observations in iNaturalist and researching what she finds. The City Nature Challenge is a natural fit to her annual Naturalist Super Bowl. And a couple of things that she didn't add that I know. She has been instrumental since she started with Master Naturalist. She has helped our organization move forward at warp speed. She helped with our website design, our newsletter design, always good with ideas. And to date, Amber has recorded over 5,000 iNaturalist observations. So she's an expert. She's an expert on iNaturalist. So Amber, thanks so much. And thank you so much from all of us for bringing City Nature Challenge here. I think we're going to win. I think we're looking good.
Thanks, Colette. All right, let's get into this. I'm excited. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Share. There we go. Woohoo. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, City Nature Challenge starts Friday. Get pumped up. Cindy and I and a couple other people have been planning for this, and it's going to be epic. So this is the event that started in 2018 with just 2 cities, San Francisco and Los Angeles. And now over 400 cities are participating this year. And Allison thinks they're going to break 1 million observations in one weekend this year. So that's going to be awesome. So our goal as a chapter is public participation and chapter participation. And then this Carlos Velasco gave an interesting presentation. The whole point is connect people with nature. It's the contest is kind of like the carrot to lead people to actually try and interact with nature. So he says it's a great, unique opportunity for a local community to be engaged in biodiversity knowledge. This is something the world really, really needs today. So please get involved and participate. So we did manage to wrangle some amazing partners to help organize the local event. We've got the Botanic Gardens at Baton, we've got Wild Birds Unlimited, Baton Rouge Audubon Society, Coastal Plains Outdoor School, and Hilltop Arboretum. And you can see the black and white logo, that's the national or international organizers. So we are really honored to have these partners, and they believe in the same mission of community education. So it's a great fit. Most of these partners either provided events or outreach to their newsletters and social media and help spread the word. So number 2 goal is to increase our regional biodiversity data. We got some amazing things out there that are undocumented, and we're going to find it. 3rd is, well, of course, beat New Orleans and Southwest Louisiana. They are the first 2 cities to participate. This is their 3rd year, so they are pretty much experts at it, but we're going to try and give them a run for their money. So here's a little clip of our, I guess, regional competition. Austin, or not Austin, Texas has added a whole bunch of new regions that are participating. And I noticed Alabama has added a big patch. So that'll be fun to see how we do against places like Houston and stuff. So a lot of people say, I don't know what to do. So here are some things that you might enjoy. You can do any, none, or all of them, but this is what I recommend. First, we need help spreading the word because it's a new event. We need as many participants as we can. You know, since the point is to get the public to interact with nature, we want as many participants as we can. I have information and a flyer on brnaturechallenge.org. We also have Facebook and Instagram. But what would really help is to make some observations in iNaturalist, Friday through Monday. And Friday we have a hike. If you'd like to attend that, that'd be great. It's out at Waddell, and our partner, Coastal Plains Outdoor School, is leading that. A good chance to meet Matthew. He's one of our founding members of our chapter, and he is an amazing person and has like the most knowledge, I think, pretty much of all of us. Next, we have Bio Buddies. We have 6 opportunities to make observations with master naturalists. They're all listed in Track It Forward. So take a look, see what day, what time is best for you. If you want to go be social, it's a great opportunity to kind of catch back up and get outside. We also have 2 partner events where we need volunteers to meet and greet with their visitors and tell them about the City Nature Challenge and maybe even make observations with them if they want. It's up to you how involved you want to get. Or you can just show up and make observations and use it as a social opportunity. So that one's flexible. You can do whatever you want. We'll just kind of show up and see what happens. It'll be fun. So Saturday is Burden, and we need a lot of people at that one. That's a big site. And we really want to kind of show off to this new partner. And they have been wanting to have a Bio Blitz on their site. So this will be a good way to introduce them to the types of things that are found on their site. And then Monday is Hilltop, and we have an ongoing species survey at their site for a couple years now. And so any observations made at Hilltop will be added to that and the City Nature Challenge. And that would be great for our annual report to Hilltop on the things that their visitors and our master naturalists find at their site. Another idea is to go out and explore. This is your chance. This is a perfect excuse to go to a new park, go to the levee, go to a new wooded area. It's just a great excuse. It's also a great chance to survey your backyard or your front yard and see what you find. How many species can you find in your yard? If you like birds, we have lots of opportunities. You can take photos of birds at your bird feeders, birds at your bird bath. You can go on a bird walk. You can make sound recordings. I know sometimes it's hard to get photos of birds up in the trees, so you could also do sound recordings. Those are acceptable in iNaturalist as well. You could put out a trail camera. Those are really fun. You never know what you're going to get. I've gotten some pigs and some turkeys, and I got a bobcat once and a coyote, so those are fun to set out. And you can download the photos and make an observation of those. Of course, moth sheets, one of my favorites. You can use any light surface, but they do prefer black lights than UV light. So you'll probably have better luck with one of those party black lights. The sheet doesn't really matter, but it does help to provide contrast when you take photos. So you could also use a wall or some plywood or something. And you get lots of observations just from, one sheet of moths. You could also go on a night hike. Got your UV flashlight. We found this millipede out at Hilltop. You can use your headlamp to look for spiders and little green snake in the tree, or you can use if you have one of those little bat readers, you can upload your bat observations. You could go to the pond or the creek, grab a bucket and a kid and a net and get fish. You could check out the seine net even out of the storage unit. Let's see if we can convince Karen Westfall to get her microscopes out. That would be fun. There's all kinds of critters in the water. You get your immature dragonflies and all kinds of fun stuff. Everyone has something they wanted to study. For me, it's trees. Or if you wanted to study birds or mushrooms, this is a great chance to get yourself out there and go make observations of that species and go get your field guides and see what identification features that you need to identify it. Because I found, oops, this time I missed that one thing that species needs for identification. So this is a good practice run through on that stuff. Kids are the best for this type of thing. They have great eyes, they're close to the ground, they look under stuff, they have lots of energy. So take the kids to Bluebonnet Swamp or go to the park or whatever, or even in the backyard, they'll find stuff that there's no way you'd ever see. We also have a bingo sheet on the website at brnaturechallenge.org to kind of give them some ideas on where to look. Let's see. Frequently asked questions. We have 6 frequently asked questions that we get from members and the public. So, biggest one is, how do I get my observations included? You don't need to find a project. You don't need to do anything special. All you need to do is post observations in iNaturalist. If they are within the time period of Friday through Monday and within our huge 12 parish region, it will automatically be included in our project. So no worries on that front. Can I use photos I've already taken? Nope, the photos have to be taken April 30th through May 3rd. But you have an extra week to upload them. As long as they were taken between April 30th and May 3rd, you have through May 9th to turn them into observations on the website or in the app, which is really helpful, like for moth sheets, or if you take 1 million photos on a camera, it gives you plenty of time to upload them. Also, iNaturalist is going to be kind of slow. 1 million observations are being uploaded over 4 days. It's probably going to have some times where it's just crunching. So sometimes you have to just take a break and try again later. Anything living, does that count? And the answer is yes. Wild organisms, though, are the goal, or evidence of living organisms, but they really want us to discourage pets and captive animals and plants that were planted by people. They will count, but they really want to discourage them. And the reasoning behind that is the instinct of a brand new person who doesn't know anything about iNaturalist is they're going to get excited and take pictures of their pet and their plants, and that's okay. It's part of the learning process, and then eventually they'll start noticing the wild stuff. So that's why they kind of let that slide. So that means no humans, no kitties and doggies and horses, no Mike the Tiger, no potted plants and landscape plants. But dead animals and skeletons are perfectly fine. Things left behind, exoskeletons and seashells, those are fine.
How about scat, Amber?
And scat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And things made by animals, you've got the bird nest. So that opens up a lot of opportunities. Also paw prints, snake sheds, things like that. If you think it can be identified from a photo, then go ahead and upload it. So are observations of common species actually helpful? You know we're going to get 800 cardinals. Is that really useful? I mean, come on. But it actually is. It is also that, gateway animal to teach beginners to start to notice things in nature. Maybe they'll start to notice the woodpecker way up high, and notice birds that aren't at the feeder, and notice how they're flying or what they're eating and what they're doing. And then maybe they'll notice the plant or the mushroom, and it goes on and on and on. So it's kind of a starter. And then also the data is valuable. Even though we don't know what researchers are researching, we also don't know what they're going to research in the future, but that data is still valuable. If you remember, we had that field trip where Dr. Yockey talked about cardinals. After Hurricane Katrina, they're almost practically gone from New Orleans. There weren't cardinals. It was just, he couldn't believe it. So he started to research and get a team to survey huge sectors of New Orleans to see how many cardinals were left. And this was, of course, before iNaturalist, but if that would have happened now, he could have just gone on the news and said, hey, go make observations of cardinals, and are they there? And then, that would have saved him so much time. So the observations of cardinals is helpful, and then you can also see when there's a lack of cardinals in the data. So both ways are helpful. Okay, another question. Should I make identifications? I'm not an expert. Should I be doing that? And the answer is, yeah, if you want to, why not? The identification period starts April 30th and through that upload week, May 9th. Our species count will improve if we do have identifications. Ken Basso, he's online. He knows all about monarchs and butterflies, so he could probably be really comfortable identifying monarch butterflies and monarch caterpillars. But what if someone does that and they didn't know there's a lookalike, the viceroy butterfly? What if they identify all these wrong? It's okay. Someone will go behind them and check it. So iNaturalist is a social type of setup where you need 2 identifications to make it research grade. And so if that's wrong, an expert will come through and say, no, that's actually a viceroy because of this, this, and this. And that's okay. You don't have to get your feelings hurt, and we still get the correct identification in the long haul. So don't be too shy about that. But if you're not comfortable, you can just skip one if you don't think you know for sure. It also helps to make course identifications and mark things not wild. So a course identification, here's an example. Today I went on iNaturalist and these 2 new users posted these 2 photos and they just marked them unknown. So it would be very helpful if you went through and identified the one on the left as a plant and the one on the right as a fungus. I mean, I don't think anyone, even an expert, can identify that fungus any further than that, but it doesn't matter. At least it'll filter it to the plant experts and the fungus experts, and then they can take it from there. Marking something not wild, if you scroll down in an observation, this data quality assessment section is below. And you can just click the thumbs down on the wild part, because beginners will get excited and they'll do pictures of houseplants. They'll do all their crepe myrtles and all the cultivated plants. They'll do their roommates and they'll do their pets and zoo animals. They'll go through the whole zoo and take all the zoo animals, Mike the tiger, and their fish in their fish tanks. I even saw one of Mindy's students took a picture of a mural of a Montezuma cypress, and she took a picture of it and uploaded it. So it's really helpful to do the wild tag or not wild tag, because then it separates it from the real research data, and then researchers can sort that, immediately. So, and then the last FAQ is do I just take pictures of native species? And no, you can do non-natives. as long as it's wild. The data of invasive species helps with tracking how they're spreading, how fast they're spreading, where they're going. And you could also help find new invasive species that scientists didn't know was here. So as long as it's wild, it's good to go. Okay, you could also find some surprises. You could find parasites. You could have an interesting behavior that you could document. They have a notes section for your observation where you could note the plant that this caterpillar's on, what it's doing, or if a parasite was doing something, or if it was doing something funky, or if a bird ate it, what the bird was. There's all kinds of little notes you can make to help with research. Food sources is big. Getting pictures of like a bird eating this caterpillar, researchers may not know that this is one of its food sources. So little things like that. You could get a parish record. I accidentally got one last week. I had no idea that this little guy, who I've seen in pictures on the bird group on Facebook quite often, I didn't realize is extremely rare in our parish. So I learned something pretty neat.
That's pretty cool. Well-deserved honor, Amber. That was
Yeah,
really cool.
quite a surprise. And then like here's Jane's limpkin. They have a new range there found in Louisiana now, which is just like mind-boggling because they're native to South Florida, Cuba, and way south. And apparently their range is moving into Louisiana because of the invasive apple snails that they eat. So if you see a limpkin, that would be awesome. So look in the waterways and all that fun stuff for these guys. You can discover new species. Who knows? You can discover rediscovered extinct species, which has happened a couple times. One in Florida, like a bumblebee was rediscovered. California, can't remember what it was. Something was, I think it was an insect got rediscovered. And then, so who wins this City Nature Challenge? Oh, we do. We get bragging rights, and it's just darn fun. Biodiversity data helps science win because all of this data is publicly available to research, and it's also fed into international hubs of research data, and it's combined with other sources of data like eBird and all that fun stuff. As citizen scientists, we have a huge advantage that is growing. See the cell phones that they're holding, taking a picture of that salamander? That is amazing technology right there. It's just mind-blowing capability that we have in our hands now. With the GPS, we have the camera, we have the recorder, we have the date and the time, and all this, boom, we can upload it into this massive database. And we have huge numbers of people participating. Whereas you think of one researcher out in the field, how much they can do in one day, one entire day, how much the university has to pay them, and then how much we can do in one weekend, 1 million observations, and all this data is open to them. So it's an extremely valuable tool we have right now. We can also record this phenology data. What's blooming, and is it changing because of global warming? Or what are trends going on right now? We also have, as private citizens, we have access to private property that researchers can't access unless they call the owner and ask permission. So that's really a kind of an understated value. And then the data is open and free to everybody. You can use it for whatever you want to. So here's an example. Carlos, who had that quote at the beginning, he cited this example. A researcher who studies these pinks was studying anther smut disease. And so the one on the left, you can see the anthers look normal and polleny. One on the right is all smutted up. And so it's going to affect that plant's pollination. And so he showed this chart here in the center. They researched 2 centuries of data, The orange is herbarium data, and the blue is fungarium data, and the number of observations that they had available. And then in the green, that's iNaturalist data in just 2 decades, or not 2 decades. Is it 1 decade? Yeah, 1 decade. They had as much citizen science information collected on this specific pink as 2 centuries of scientists collecting it. So all they had to do was go through iNaturalist, and boom, you have all these photos of all these pinks, and you can just see the smut or no smut. It's just incredible. All right, nature wins. We want to teach the public how to get out there and be healthy and outdoors and not be afraid and start to notice things. Biophilia, and start to develop a love for life and nature. Topophilia, get a love for our place. Start to notice more, get outside, be curious, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll want to conserve nature. And you win, observing and learning. I had so much fun around with Kathy, Cindy, and Katrina, who I hope will be in the fall class. And just the crazy stuff we saw. It was just fun being together and learning together. And you win because we're going to have a drawing for interesting prizes. Make 10 or more observations, you'll be entered in the drawing. If you make 100 or more observations, you automatically get a bonus prize. So I'm going to be looking for numbers of observations in our LMNGBR observations group or project on iNaturalist. I think I have everyone in there right now, but if you have created an account since, I guess in April, send me your username and I'll add you to that project. Or if you know you're not in that project, let me know. So I'm excited. And I would like to thank the bajillions of members that have helped us with the participants. We've got participants like from the LSU Entomology Club and Herbarium have already committed to making observations for this event. So that's pretty exciting. We have members going out and said they're going to go to certain parks or do certain parishes. We've had people send out information with flyers, postcards, the farmer's market. Karen Vingiello is a superstar for getting our information to all the EBR libraries and in their newsletter. And of course, Colette is an amazing superstar. She did a press release, advocate article, and then we have members who have volunteered to be bio buddies and set up their own little data collection walks. And we've got people sharing on social media. We have our partners, and our partners are sharing on social media. We have people sharing on Nextdoor. We have people donating prizes. And then we have people uploaded our event on online calendars. And it goes on and on and on. And I want to thank New Orleans and Southwest Louisiana because they are the guinea pigs and they've done a great job and we look up to them. And let's do this, guys. Please participate, share photos of yourselves participating or cool stuff you find on social media or email them to me. And use hashtags if you're into that thing. We've got City Nature Challenge, BR Nature Challenge, and City Nature Challenge 2021. So, and the website is brnaturechallenge.org. And let's kick butt. Cindy, do you have anything you want to add? Let's see. Stop share. Where's Cindy? There you are.
Yeah, I just want to say there have been so many people, it's like ripples in a pond, that have helped with this. And we'll continue to help through the weekend. And there's things people, and we don't even know what they did because, you know, this is just been
yeah. It's bigger than us. It's amazing.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody, and thank you for hanging in for, this nature notes, and we kind of been pounding on this.
I know.
We're like, oh God, do
I
they want
think-
to hear this again?
Yes, but I think we all do, because I've been writing enough about it. But it's good for me. It was good to go through the steps and give you ideas of, oh yeah, I could go to a pond, or oh yeah, I've got apple snails around the corner. Yeah, I'll go do the eggs. And so, no, really, I know. Don't think that way, because it was neat to see it. Jane Patterson said she was working on instructions for importing eBird data to INAT, and she'll send that out soon. And I see now that you were supposed to be able to import photos from Facebook, but I can't figure out on how it works. Has anyone tried it? No? No? Okay.
I know at one point you could from Flickr, but I haven't heard Facebook.
Okay.
Amber, I have a question.
It says Facebook and Google Photos right now are the two that are listed.
Oh, really?
I can't get it to work, so.
Okay.
Amber, I've signed up like for a couple of volunteer kind of bio buddy walks or whatever.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Are you going to the Waddill walk?
Mm-hmm.
I might want to sign up and tag along with you just so I feel more confident being a buddy to someone.
Right.
And I have a conflicting event, but I think I'm going to let the other one go. And I'm going to be waddling behind you, Amber.
Okay. Well, Matthew's leading it, so, you'll learn something from him. He's amazing.
Okay.
I hope we get a lot of public participation in that it's designed for the public, so we'll see.
Okay.
I have a question. When we're going out together, can we all take pictures of the same thing, or like we have a group? Does it matter if we take pictures of the same thing?
No, it happens all the time. I mean, it's just part of the learning process. So especially if we have like an expert there who identifies it for us, we're all over that. But yeah, no, it's not a problem.
And are we supposed to be in a group, like a project? I saw that. I've just been taking pictures in my observations. I practiced this weekend, but I'm not in a project at all. So should we put our observations there?
Nope, you don't have to do anything. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what I'm doing. Okay.
I think I've added you to our LMNGBR project, which is totally separate from the City Nature Challenge.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it, but I'll take another look.
Yeah, I'll put it in the post or the chat.
And so we can just go about, take pictures on these walks, and then load them to iNaturalist at a different date, as long as we get it by May 9th.
As long as you did it by May 3rd.
Oh, okay, but it has to be uploaded on iNaturalist by the 9th, is that correct? But taken by the 3rd.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Amber, if we get to crunch time, hopefully not on May the 9th, what time zone are we in for the deadline to get the observations
I
in?
think they wait until the Hawaii gets done, so we have time. Yeah, Hawaii is the last zone, and they stay up late at night, actually, just for them. So that was really nice.
Yeah, because I usually, it's so easy with your phone, but I usually use my camera, and that takes
Right. So we have till midnight Central Time.
midnight, May 9th to get them in.
Yeah, Central Time, right.
And then when will the announcement for the winner be made? Because I do think if we do win, I mean, I don't want to count our chickens or whatever, count our species, but we should make we're kind of a big deal. I want to make a big deal of it. So if we can get a picture out, send out that we won, kind of pre-write our acceptance speech or whatever. but I mean, how will we know? Were they going to announce it to you?
Well,
or
since it's a COVID year, they're not going to announce, a global winner, but they will announce species and all that fun stuff. And then they're going to leave it to us to announce our Louisiana winner.
Okay.
Colette, there's many words you can use. I know that I had everyone believing that Terra High School had a great tennis team for quite some time. And so your word choice
Yeah.
can make a difference.
Yeah. I think so. Well, my kids all went to Runnels, and for the longest time, the art club made a ton of money on T-shirts that said "Runnels football still undefeated." Well, we didn't have a football team,
What? That's so funny.
and they wore it around town, and people were like, "Man, you guys are." It's like, yeah, we're still undefeated. We're in a different district than you guys, but it was all art club. It was the art club money. Wait.
That's
So
great.
yeah.
Well, one more thing I'd like to say is, I know there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend with birding and this and that. I mean, I get it. But if y'all can carve out time to make observations on Friday or Monday, if y'all have, big stuff going on, whatever works for you, we will be very grateful.
Yes. And it's a 4-day thing, so you can do all the different things.
And if you're
And
outdoors,
you do want to be in the 100 plus club. And I know there are some competitive people in this little Zoom thing. I won't name it, that you want to be in the 100 plus club.
that sounds great. Well, thank you, Amber and Cindy. You've done a great job. Thanks, Amber, for even bringing this to our group. And I think this is what being a naturalist is all about. Is part of it is going and identifying, but we're encouraging people just to pay attention and be observant. So this is what we're about. So this is great.
Actually, I have to credit John Nettles for signing us up.
Oh, well, thanks, John. I don't know if you said thank you, John.
At one board meeting, he just announced he signed us up, and to be
Okay.
honest, I was filled with dread. I was like, "No, we're not ready. We're too small. We're all beginners. We're not ready." And then as time went on, I'm like, "You know what? We got this."
Yeah.
Too.
And it's for beginners. It's for
It
beginners.
is.
So we'll get that. Yeah. Well, thanks, John. Thank you to John for bringing it.
I have a question on one of the slides. You mentioned, I don't know, about some bio buddies thing that I didn't see on the website. The website just had the 3 events listed.
Yeah, that's for the public. It's on Track It Forward. So the Bio Buddies are actually just for members.
Okay.
So.
I wanted to make sure because I was trying to write up a old blog. I work for Louisiana Wildlife Federation, so I'll share that tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't want to list it if it was not.
Right.
I'll check.
Thank you. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll send that out. I'll send an email newsletter to our members.
Oh, neat.
Morning.
Thank you.
That'd be great.
Yay, team.
Well, we'll see. Well, if we can just duplicate get the observations in and duplicate this and just do some process improvement next year, we'll really expand it.
Yeah. But we can get a few more members and get some more hikes and stuff, COVID hopefully behind us.
Yeah, definitely. Good deal. Any other questions? All right. Well, Amber, thank you so much. We'll be checking in with you. I guess if anybody has a urgent question, they can get you on Facebook message or
yeah, they can text me.
page. I'd like to see if we could post this on maybe our participant page, this Nature Notes tonight, in case folks who missed it.
Okay.
Because it is a very good explanation of what's coming up this weekend. So
yeah,
I can do it first thing in the morning.
okay, that'd be great.
Does the Baton Rouge event have a Facebook
mm-hmm.
page as well? It did have that, right?
It's the BR. Well, I can't remember.
I'll look it up. Yeah, I thought it did, but I wasn't sure. Okay. I'm also on the Louisiana Earth Day board, so I'll share it on their Facebook page.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, there's an event, and then there's also a BR Nature Challenge page.
Okay.
Okay. Deal.
Well, Australia and New Zealand are the first time zone to start, and they start tomorrow, I think, sometime tomorrow. So you can actually go to the City Nature Challenge project iNaturalist and start to see their observations
Oh,
coming in.
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if we found a kiwi, huh, in Baton Rouge. That'd be so cool. Not gonna happen. Wait, that's one of those zoo things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that Catherine could do a moss sheet and hit it at 12:01 on Friday morning.
12:01, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12:01 Friday morning, get out there.
Yeah.
If we can't win, we're going to be first. Yeah.
I was actually thinking of putting a moth sheet out Thursday night, so I
Yeah.
would have
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to
Absolutely.
Oh,
Do it.
something
Do
to record. I don't know if I'll be up at 12:01, but at least I can
Right.
do some
I know.
lingering ones in the morning
set-
before.
You wake up.
Set your alarm. Yeah.
I plan on putting mine out, but I just reworked the beehives in the backyard, so I don't have a sheet. Hopefully I don't have a sheet of bees.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah. Well, take a picture of a bee. That's all right. Wait,
Yeah, at least it's one.
get a bee. Good deal. All right. Thank you all. Get up there. Charge your phones. Charge your phones.
thanks.
Get a new phone. Your permission to get a new phone.
Perfect excuse.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Thank y'all. Night.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yay, go team.